of all crime in the city. Englewood is on the south side, just off of Van Ryan, roughly Garfield Boulevard to about 75th Street, State Street to Racine. So what happened to the Englewood neighborhood, once one of Chicago's most desirable?
Tonight, WGN's Nancy Liu reports on how Englewood became Chicago's deadliest neighborhood and what some families have to do just to stay alive.
My life changed in a big way. I wasn't prepared for it. And if not prepared for it, because I shouldn't even want to make a decision on what I live life. Not know that.
On a spring night in 2008, gun violence and a case of mistaken retaliation left 8-year-old Montrell Stevens a paraplegic.
I had to start back all over again.
Like how?
I couldn't even sit up. Couldn't put on my clothes by myself.
Montrell dreams of living in the suburbs someday.
Do you think life is good in the suburbs? Why?
Because they don't shoot out there.
But for now, Englewood has to be home for him, his 2 siblings, and single mom.
I can't afford to go anywhere else and then my job played a big part. I can't travel with my job, so I do move and I would lose work and start all over again.
Not far away, Henry Wilson has been untouched by violence in his 55 years living near 65th and Sangamon. He and his late wife Tina raised 3 sons here. He knows his neighbors and staunchly defends the place he calls home.
Englewood is still one of the greatest communities in Chicago, historically and currently.
Englewood was the place to move after the Great Chicago Fire of 1871, and it drew a stylish crowd during the Columbian Exposition. Housing was plentiful, and trains made it easy to get downtown. These photos from the Chicago Public Library document Englewood's vibrant shopping district at 63rd and Halsted, with anchor stores Sears and Weeble. But a new form of transportation was among the sparks of Englewood's decline.
It was a major suburb. That's what made 63rd and Halsted the second most important shopping strip in the city in 1950. But what happens after 1950 is the automobile. And instead of centralizing, the automobile allows people to spread out.
The upwardly mobile didn't come back. Englewood's population has dropped from almost 100,000 to about 30,000, shifting from largely Caucasian to predominantly African American. This is 63rd and Halsted today. The major retailers are long gone, and construction of the Dan Ryan Expressway in the 50s split the neighborhood. As residents moved out, crime moved in, spurred in recent years by the dismantling of public housing nearby.
It is one of those neighborhoods that seems like every urban problem has been dropped on it. And it's a shame.
Last year, murders were down in every Chicago neighborhood except Englewood. Unemployment is nearly 30%.
It's scary. It seems like to me that we're living in war.
And that means little time for kids to play outside and strict parental rules, because it is literally a matter of life and death.
Do you get to go out after dark?
No,
Why not?
because it's people that take kids.
Yeah? What else can happen?
They can get shot.
The Chicago Police Department says in targeting Englewood, the obvious crime problems are drugs, gangs, and guns. Coming up tomorrow night, an exclusive ride-along in Englewood with Police Superintendent Gary McCarthy. Here's how a new police initiative is shifting crime, and why some believe all Chicagoans should care about Englewood. Nancy Liu, WGN News.
As Nancy mentioned, tomorrow night, CLTV at 10, target Englewood.
She's actually going to go on an exclusive ride-along with Police Superintendent Gary McCarthy. She's going to take your phone calls live. Again, that's tomorrow night at 10 o'clock.
Still to come tonight, a split